Hey everybody, I'm here because I'm here, because I'm not there. Okay, but anyway, I've been thinking, and I'm wondering if there's any way I could become more serious. You see, I've been watching a few and a half videos, and people are so serious, they're so serious, and they seem to get like like a lot of views because they're serious, and I get a lot of views even though I'm not serious. But I'm wondering if I'm doing things wrong, and so I wonder. Oh, my thread came out the needle. I was wondering why it looked so shaggly baggly up there. So you know, just a minute, I'm threading this needle while I'm learning to be serious. Let's see if I can get this thread. Wait a minute. Let me cut the end off of it to make it a little bit more not fraggly, snaggly. So anyway, well, wait a minute. Let me just do this just real quick. Um, well, me there. Excuse me. I had to concentrate on that hole in the needle, the eye of the needle. Okay, now I can sew. I just pulled that thread right out the needle again. Now, I can put it back in. No problem. No problem, Bob. I can get this now. Okay, I'll start all over now. I'm starting over. Put this thread in the needle. This here video is all about putting the thread in the needle. Okay. Please don't hang up on me. Jiminy Christmas. And but I'm learning to look at the analytics of the show of the videos, and it tells you like. Wait a minute now. What's just a minute. Tells you like how many people stay on and for how long. It'll say like if like 10% of your like 100% of your viewers stayed on for 10% of the time or something like that. I don't know. And so maybe I really shouldn't take my channel serious like that. I don't know. But my channel's okay the way it is. So I don't know. Oh, why did I put that on there backwards? I didn't put that one right on there backwards. I wonder if I can pull that thread back out of there. Because like Papa would say, get that back afterwards. I didn't really say that. So I went to the doctor this morning. Okay, let me just throw this one down here in the scrap bag and let's just go again here. So I went to the doctor this morning, and my doctor was so proud of my A1C. He says, I don't know what you're eating, but keep on eating. Keep on. And so he was happy. And so I was happy that he was happy. And my A1C didn't even show that I ate that ice cream. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy about that. So anyway, I'm wondering if anybody can help me, teach me how to get more serious, and like give me some ideas of what maybe I should talk about. Maybe I should like stick to some kind of a story content or a like I don't know. You know what I just learned? I just learned just the other day from my infant son. Well, my infant son, he yesterday he had his 8th anniversary of being 30. That's my infant son. But I did not realize. Now, see, I did not pay attention. When I was in school? I didn't pay attention. Attention. I didn't pay attention apparently in English either. But I didn't pay no attention in the in the what you call it the Papa, what are you doing? He's such a flirt. And okay, now what was I gonna say? Oh, I didn't pay attention in geography. And so anyway, he was over the other night. They were the family, him and his little family, the whole family was over. And I don't know what got us talking about the mountains, you know. But so we was talking about the mountains. Oh, I asked him about his friend up in Colorado. That's what it was. But anyway, you know, mountains is just mountains to me, you know. They just big old hills, but they're not. They're really big mountains, big piles of rocks, one big rock. But I learned that on the west side of the United States is the Rocky Mountains on the left side, and on the right side is the Smoky Mountains, the Appalachian Trail, all that. And so there's that one bunch of mountains there, and this mountains here, and then in the center, going right up the middle of the United States, is the Great Basin area. And so, but we were talking about how the weather is a going. And like when there's a lot of and it makes sense too, when there's a lot of snow, which they've been some cold weather and a bunch of snow over there in the mountains. And in the mountains, and well, I wonder what I did that little roly thing I had. I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, they've been having like a lot of snow. And so then and then right up that Great Basin area, up the center of the United States, is the Mississippi River. It's like the whole United States, like cracked in half, and cracked in half, and that Mississippi River just goes right up the middle. And so, we've heard before of the Mississippi River. Um, the Mississippi River would flood. They had some flooding going on in the Mississippi River. And apparently, the flooding comes after big snow in if we like we're having now a lot. Well, not we. I mean, I haven't seen one flake of snow this year yet in Central Florida. But now don't come unthreaded, needle, please. There we go. And but when there's a lot of snow, it gets up in the mountains. There's a lot of snow up in the mountains, and then in the spring, all that snow starts melting. And when it melts, then it turns into water. Well, of course, water. And it just flows down the mountain into the Great Basin area. And then, I guess that whole Louisiana purchase, way back in, I was there when it was purchased. Not really. But that whole that place there. And so then that's what makes the Mississippi River flood. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So now I know that, and I feel like I learned something. I feel so smart. Now you're probably saying, "Well, what is she doing with that?" You see there, I just put them 4 pieces together. And Oliver, did you just do it again? Man, that dog. when he's going northbound, the southbound end, got some exhaust. I'm telling you, it don't smell good. It don't smell good at all. Okay, what I'm doing with these, I want to make some pocket prayer quilts. So, let's see, what am I doing here? I want to make some pocket prayer quilts because I made some before back in them olden days when Louisiana Purchase. Well, not really that long ago, but so. Oh, and I do wanted to tell you. Oh my gosh, I love using this little sewing machine right there since my other one exploded. Well, it didn't really explode. I usually add words just to make things sound really exciting or dreadful. And I could be the next Stephen King, just I get the right words. But anyway, sometimes I feel I don't know what I feel, but I made this video. I made a video, like, was it yesterday or the day before? I made a video where I was showing y'all this beautiful sewing machine right here that I have. But what used to sit right here was my brother sewing machine, but my brother machine kind of took it druther be retired, so it quit working. Now what am I doing here? And so do you know what? And I didn't ask, and I don't expect nothing. Now there's some people that make a living off of doing YouTube, and they expect um making a living. Well, I do make some money. I do make some money on my YouTube videos. But what it is, the way I make the money is if people watch the advertisements that they poke up in there, well then that sort of generates something, and then you kind of like make some money. And but they don't pay you unless you've made at least $100. So, but it rolls over from month to month, and so I won't see any of that revenue unless I make over $100 in the month, or in added up. And so I usually get every 3 or 4 months. I get a little payment because by then it's added up to $100, and I just get excited when I get that extra $100. And which that comes from, like, what do they call them? They call them when somebody puts some money in the PayPal, not in the PayPal, but whatever. Um, they cut during a live stream. Some people will send a little chat donation or something like that. I don't know what it's called, but and then that gets added to it, and and I appreciate all that. I appreciate that, and I call that a gift, because when I first started doing this when I first started doing this YouTubing stuff, I was doing it for the fun of it. For the fun of it, that's why, just for the fun of it. And sometimes I don't act very bright. I just be myself, and myself here isn't very bright. It could never I could never get a job as a light bulb because I'm not very bright, but I just be myself. And I've been watching some videos, and I think, maybe I should be more serious. Maybe I should be more serious, but actually, how would that make anybody want to watch the advertisements? Yeah, so I don't know if anything else goes into the way they pay. But some people actually make a living. Some people make a good living. But I'll tell you what I do make a good. I've made some good friends. good friends, giving friends, loving friends. That's what I've made. I've made good friends on my channel. I mean, all over the world. I'm telling you. And that's a blessing. That's worth more than gold. You know, make new friends but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. That's so true. And so, but oh, like I was saying, I made that video that my sewing machine exploded. Well, it didn't explode. Oh, I said that already. But I can't say who done it right now because she didn't give me permission to say who done it. But one of my dearest, not dearest, one. This little pin's coming out of this thing that holds the handle. One of my dear friends. I don't even like to call you all subscribers because you're not subscribers, you're my friends. Ordered me a new sewing machine. It's going to be delivered tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a new sewing machine sitting right here. Not that this one's not just perfect. This one is perfect. But, I'll have to ask her if okay if I say who she is, because she might not want me to tell, you know. But yeah. After I get it tomorrow, because it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, and it's another brother, and I just can't hardly wait. I want to go to bed early tonight so that tomorrow will become quicker. And so I just have a bunch of these little squares. Well, these ain't squares. This is not squares. This is different than squares. These are rectangles, but I'm sewing them together, and I'm making little seams in them. Now, like I was telling you yesterday, I usually just do flap over, you know, just flap overs, and so without making a seam. But I'm making a seam on here. And the thing about this sewing machine, I can make a nice narrow seam, and I don't. You can't get lead foot on this machine. But now tomorrow night, now on Wednesday nights, me and my friend Ray, we have our Hump Day live stream. So that's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, the February the 1st. Usually on the 1st I have a sale, but I'm not going to have my sale until the 2nd because going live with my friend Ray is more important than having a sale. So we will have our sale tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern, and then I'll have we're going to have our live tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern, and then the sale will be on Thursday the 2nd at 4:30 Eastern. And I got some stuff what I'm going to say. Got some stuff that I made. I got some stuff that I stole. Well, no, I didn't steal nothing. I don't know how to get serious, you guys. I don't know how to get serious. But anyhow, but I'll probably still be making once I get that sewing machine she ordered me, even sews letters. It's got these push buttons, and this here machine doesn't have no push buttons, although I keep going like this, trying to get it to sew, but it won't work that way, because that's how my other one did. I love this sewing machine. Today, my daughter and I, after I went to the doctor and I got the good news that my A1C was good, that ice cream didn't show up in the A1C. I'm so glad of that. But then we went to this antique store. Oh my Now, they had a bunch of sewing machines in there. Well, they had 5 or 6. And because the store's only been open a week. And, but it's antiques and it's arts and crafts. You can order, I mean, you can rent like a booth in there and put your stuff in. And so, now, you see what I did there? That's like a whole strip. What I'm going to do now, oh, but anyway, I did love that store. Holy smoke. I drooled on everything. I'm sure that poor woman had to go with wet wipes and clean up my drool. Because, oh my God. Then there was one chair that somebody painted a chair. And it was a vintage old chair, but somebody took it and painted it. I mean, painted artwork on it. And so there was like quotes on there and pictures on there. And I said, "Oh my gosh, it looked very, very bohemian. Oh my God, I should have took a picture. Next time I go in there, I'm gonna take pictures of some of that stuff in there because I'm going in there again because it's only been open a week." And she said a lot of people have already rented a space, but they haven't brought their things in yet. And so, well, I'm ready to go in there and see. But I'll take a picture of this chair. But when I looked at the price tag, I seen it was $1,500. And I thought, well, I'll just take a picture. I thought it, but I didn't. I don't think I had my phone with me. Oh, yeah, I did have my phone with me, but I wasn't even thinking about taking pictures. I was just looking at stuff and drooling. And that chair was $1,500. I'll have to take a picture of that chair one day, just so at least I have a picture of it. And so, but they have some good stuff in there. Holy smokes. I told my daughter, I said, I think I want to just get rid of everything in my house and just start redecorating the whole thing. But the problem would be that they expect you to pay for it. You'd have to go rob a bank first and then go shopping.
I would have to rob 2 or 3 banks.
Probably would, yeah. Okay, now I'm cutting these. You see what I'm doing here? I'm cutting each one of these like half in twos here. This is the easiest way. So then, oopsie daisies. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So see there how I have that? It's just in a square. It's like a little quilt block. But what I want to do with these now, how did I do that wrong? Oh no, I didn't do it wrong. I did it right. Okay. Because I thought I had did it wrong, but which usually I do. But now see I'm cutting this. So see there? Now I got another. I got one square here, and then now I can cut this one in half. I'm just folding it to where those seams are together. Not measuring nothing, just folding and giving it a little cut. There we go. See, now I got 3, and then I'll do this one and cut that one half in 2, and then I'll have 4. See, I got 4 now. And then I got these tours right here, so I'm going to take them and sew them together, so that's another 4 patch. But I'm going to make I was back in the olden days, I made a bunch of pocket prayer quilts. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably finish them up tomorrow whilst I'm on the live stream. And yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Seemed like there was something else I really wanted to tell you. But I love this here sewing machine. But I am going to really love my new sewing machine. I have a real problem with accepting gifts sometimes. It's hard. It's hard to do that sometimes. But I have to be, I mean, to know that somebody cares enough about me to spend money to buy a sewing machine, That's just almost unbelievable. It's just you'll see it tomorrow. Oh, it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. You never know. The delivery person might have a headache. I don't know. But anyway, now see, these are actually bigger than what the pocket prayer quilts will be. But because I'm gonna cut around them after I'm gonna put a square of batting in here, and then I'll put another square on the back, and then and then a cross goes in the middle, and then I cut around it with the pinking shears after I stitch around here, and then I fix it up. It gets a safety pin and a ribbon, and it gets tied together right in the center. And I'm gonna finish them up tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow on my live stream. But I just wanted to be doing something while I was chatting with y'all right now. Look at that. You see? And I'm going to continue using this machine. Even the new one will sit right here. But then this one, it's going to sit over there on my other table because I'm going to continue using it. And I hadn't used it in a long time because because I ignored it. Neglect. I was neglecting it. Well, I don't want to neglect it anymore. I'm going to continue to use this, and I think this is going to be my prayer quilt calendar. It's not a calendar. Oh, good. I don't think I could ever get serious because I can't even talk right. I think this machine is going to be dedicated to make prayer quilts, pocket prayer quilts, which only end up to be about 2 inches square. And and I send them off sometimes to dear people, dear beautiful people. You guys, that's you guys. Now, I'm not as good at sending things off as I once was, but I just wanted to let you know that I don't know what I want to show you. I don't even know why I'm making this video. Just because I like to make videos makes me feel famous. But anyhow, that's a start of my pocket prayer quilts. And I got a lot of more fabrics already here cut that I'm going to be stitching these together. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll just put all my oh, you know that little dish right this side there, that'll hold this size of fabrics. And they can be my pocket prayer quilt fabrics. And they get a ribbon on them, they get a little tag on them, and they get a little verse that goes with them. This thing I wrote of what my pocket prayer quilt means to me, and that goes with it. And yeah, that's it. And so that's what I wanted to tell you. And I just wanted to tell you I went to the antique store and I just loved it. I didn't want to go in there and not buy anything, and so I bought a doily. Look at this doily. Isn't that pretty? I love this doily. This doily was $3. Home decor vintage doily, white, but it's not white. I think she coffee stained it. But the girl that works, it's a husband and wife that own this store. She's so nice. And oh my gosh, she buys furniture and repaints it and paints on it, like images on it. And oh my gosh, beautiful. But I think she might have coffee dyed this or tea dyed this. I don't know. But she makes a lot of the same stuff like we make. Like she takes cigar boxes and she does them all up real pretty and makes them look so pretty. And so that would be maybe if I get good enough at myself, maybe I could actually bring some stuff over there and rent a little space to I rent a little space to put my stuff in, make my first $1,000,000. But I think this is worth $3. I like that. That's real pretty. That's beautiful. But anyway, yeah, I didn't want to go in there and not buy nothing. And so, but yeah, okay, now I'll read something. I'm just gonna read something. What was this book right here? Was this something good? Words I Have Lived by Norman Vincent Peale. Norman Vincent Peale. He must have been a pretty smart person. Let's see. Okay, here, this one is chapter 9. It's about mental health. I don't know what this is. It says at the bottom of the Great Depression in the 1930s, I did a lot of counseling, trying to help many troubled people as I attempted to meet the flood of the need. I became aware of the role of the unhealthy thought patterns in so many human problems, but I also realized my limitations in psychiatric knowledge, and I began searching for assistance in this important area. In 1935, I met Dr. Smiley Blanton, one of the finest people I've ever known, skilled in spiritual as well as psychiatric wisdom and sensitivity. After I had told him of my search, Dr. Blanton surprised me by asking, "Do you believe in prayer?" When I assured him that I did, he said, "So do I," explaining that he had been praying for years that he would meet a pastor with whom he would work as a partner, uniting pastoral care with psychological science. Oh, so Norman Vincent Peale must be a pastor. We formed such a team. At first, he counseled me about my problem cases, but he himself became increasingly involved, eventually bringing in young student psychiatrists to work with him. This work finally grew into the Institutes of Religion and Health, which now provide superior accredited training in pastoral counseling. Out of the institutes, we have developed more than 100 pastoral counseling centers across the United States. There is no doubt in my mind that mental and spiritual health are the foundation of physical health, harmonious relationships, and a happy and successful life. The quotations in this book may be thought of prescriptions. Take one or more a day for increased courage and self-confidence. And and then following along that little bit of an intro there, then there's a good amount of just little quotes here. The first one says, "Every day give yourself a good mental shampoo." Then this one says, "The mind is in its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, or a hell of heaven." Wait a minute. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven.
In reverse, either one.
Oh, it can reverse. Oh, okay, yes. There, Papa said it can reverse either one of them. Yeah. It can make a heaven from hell and a hell from heaven. It could. So you can make what's very heavenly right now, you can make it into the opposite if you choose. All right. Anxiety is the great modern plague, but faith can cure it. Nothing is so much to be feared as fear. Who else said that? Somebody else said that too. And this one was Henry David Thoreau. Maybe that is who Laura J. said it. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Dale Carnegie said that. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's in the Bible. You'd find that at Romans 12:2. I only know that what is moral is what you feel good after, and what is immoral is what you feel bad after. That's a good one too. Ernest Hemingway said that one. So, what is moral, you will feel good after. What is immoral is where you feel bad. That's true. Let us be of good cheer. However, remembering that the misfortunes hardest to bear are those which never come. That was written by James Russell Lowell. Great men are they who see that the spiritual is stronger than any material force, that thoughts rule the world. That was Ralph Waldo Emerson. Let me say that one again. Great men are they who see that the spiritual is stronger than any material force and thoughts rule the world. That is true too. Um, Material stuff is just stuff. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Quiet minds cannot be perplexed or frightened, but go on in fortune or misfortune at their own private pace, like the ticking of a clock during a thunderstorm. Robert Louis Stevenson said that. Positive thinking is the key to success in business, education, pro football, anything that you can mention. I go out there thinking that I'm going to complete every pass. Positive thinking. Complete every pass. I think that Super Bowl thing's coming up real quickly. Okay. The mind is never right, but when it is, wait a minute. The mind is never right, but when it is at peace with itself. Sometimes I got to read something 99 times before it just sinks into my brain what it's saying. The mind is never right, but when it is at peace with itself. That means you got to get your mind at peace with itself, and then your mind is right. Lucius Annis Seneca wrote that. I don't know who that is. Okay, that's all I'm going to read to you today. And I'm not charging extra for that extra. I'm not charging extra, but I love this sewing machine right here. This is my friend. The sewing machine, my friend. It doesn't take in electricity. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? But I'm putting this on. I'm going to sew some more on this one today, but I'll be done. I'm not ever going to be done sewing on it, but tomorrow I get a new one. And you'll get to see it tomorrow on the live stream at 4:30 Eastern time. Okay, now I'm gonna. Okay, and I'm gonna practice being more. I'm gonna be practicing being more serious and like mature. Serious and mature. That's what I'm gonna do. No, I'm not. I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying, and everybody's one day closer to death than they were the day before. Okay, I'm gonna let you go now, and I ask God to watch over you every step you take and every move you make, keep you safe and sound, and happy and healthy and humble, and all good things must come to you. God bless you, and I love you, and God loves you. Now I gotta do this off.